Welcome to Sip and Read, where reading is cool and
It's cool to read.
sorry for the delay, everyone. You know, technicals always there's always something, but we are here. We have a fantastic show for you. We are dressed like we are and middle schoolers,
Middle school.
and we cannot wait to share this wonderful show with you. We're gonna take a break. We just wanted you to know that we are live. Everything is being worked on, and we'll be right back. Share the live, tell a friend, because we are going to be amazing. Because the two interviewer or authors that we have in the studio have something fantastic for you guys. But wait a minute. Betty gonna tell you a little something before we move forward to commercial break.
I just want to say I'm excited to be back in middle school, and reading is cool. It's cool too.
Read.
All right, we'll
Be right back. Still not working. Okay. The headphone didn't work when I did Melly Mellow Wednesday. Yeah, they heard it. However we sound here, that's what they hear. Whatever you see here, that's what they see. If you see blank page, they see blank. So when we came in black head, they saw the blank. Oh my God. Did that happen?
Because it was working earlier.
We did a show yesterday. We did a show last night. Everything was working out.
So it sounds like the sound is horrible. Like it's getting echo. It's like
you continua na throw line hapa hivi sasa. Green line. Okay, talk.
Hello.
The button's not up. Come on. It's not up. So if we do this is not up yet.
Wako sawa sasa. Chui sasa unaona ina. Wako sawa.
No, he has it down.
Mhm. Okay. That way. Haya, wacha tuende live nikushow sahi. So, you can give it a shot now. I think we're ready. Okay. So,
Reading is cool and it's cool to read. Welcome to Sip and Read and sorry for the delay. We hope you're still with us watching because we're about to start with our first guest. But before we get started, Betty, it's been a month.
It's been 4 weeks.
It's been 4 weeks. Did you guys miss us? Did they?
They did.
They
They
did.
did. They missed us because we have the feedback. They are calling, texting, messaging,
Wow.
all of the above. So definitely,
What message did you hear? What did they say? Because this is our number what?
4.
Now fourth episode.
4 episode. They were
Wow.
saying that we're going to show every week.
Oh no. Too much work. That we cannot do. Unfortunately, no. We have to read books, Betty. We have to talk to the guest that's coming. To do this every week, it's no.
Well,
Sorry guys, we love you.
You asked. Just don't kill the messenger.
But Betty can do it by herself.
Yeah, well, I just like I'm happy for today because today is a special edition, and I think we look cool.
I'll show you guys. Because
Oh, I didn't show my outfit.
I'm gonna to that but look at that. I'm back to they can come in. We are middle school. So no back on F grade. Because because the person we are bringing is none other than the author of this special book.
Yes.
It's called
Wake up.
Wake Up. Are you guys
Wake
up?
up.
Wake up. Are you guys up?
You better be up. Get your glass, get your drink. Let's sit and
Read.
All right,
Where
let's
reading
welcome.
is.
cool.
And it's cool to
Read.
all right. Let's sip. Let's get them and get Seree up and to come in.
Yes.
Be with us. Sorry.
Seree, welcome.
Welcome. Come on in. Nice. There you go. She took her seat. She's like, I'm here. Well, Betty, our guest is sitting here. How do we get started with her?
Well, welcome to the show
Thank you very much.
because we are excited to have you, and your book was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
First and foremost, tell us why did you write this wonderful book? This is about you first.
Yes.
So who is
Seree?
Seree? Yeah, I want to know this young girl.
What grade?
Yes. First, tell the audience who is Seree.
My name is Serenity Abellard, but my nickname is Seree. I'm 11 years old. I'm in the 8th grade. I'm polyglot, which means I can speak more than 2 languages. And those languages are English, French, Haitian Creole, Chinese, and I'm learning Spanish and American Sign Language. I am also an author, as you guys can see, because I have written 2 books. And I'm also an actress because I acted in the show Nick's House.
Wow.
Nick's house.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For 11 years on this earth, you have accomplished a lot. So proud of you.
Yes, she has. But before, I hear Nick's House. Can you tell me a little bit about your acting before we get into your book? What did you do at Nick's House?
Nick's House, I
Nick's
was
House.
a guest star, and I was myself. I played that myself.
Wow.
I was a sassy girl who just Sass Nick's uncle.
Oh, whoa! How did you do that?
Sassy girl. I don't even see that. And you play yourself.
Yes.
I don't see you as being sassy.
I do. I am sassy to my siblings 90% of the time.
Oh my gosh! It's only in sip and read. Wow. So, how fun was that for Nick's house? How fun?
It was pretty fun. It was my first time acting, so I feel like it was a good experience.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that with me. Back to Betty.
But before I go into this book itself, like you said, Wake Up, she has Wake Up in 5 versions. So, Live Like in a Sec Lang, Wake Up. I have the Creole version. I have the Haitian Creole version. Lustage anglais.
Moi, when anglais.
Well, thank you. So, Live Like in a Sec Lang, we get it en anglais. Li gen li en Haitian Creole, li gen en français, li gen li en espagnol, li gen li en Chinese. So, tout lang ou pale an, wap wake up quand même. So, gen wake up vini en tout lang.
Are they even waking up, Betty?
Yes.
Do you feel like they
I
wake
don't.
up?
Let's share the live. Wake up, guys. Share the live. Call a friend. Tag a friend. Tell them sip and read is cool because even the guests, the host, we are so cool. So,
Look at us. Look at my shirt. Look
Yeah,
at my
I'm
shirt,
sure,
girl.
girl.
Got it.
Sorry.
Sorry. So, look at your Look at your Well, sorry. Now tell us, why did you write this book? Wake Up. What is the?
I wrote this book because, first and foremost, we went to the George Floyd protest in Atlanta, and that's one of the reasons I was inspired to write this book. And another reason is that I feel like most kids compare themselves to others, and in this book I say no. You're unique, and that is good about you.
awesome.
And you know what was interesting to me in this book? When I saw the title, Wake Up, I'm thinking somebody gonna go to bed, and then you're telling them to wake up. And then when I read it, it's more political. It's about young kids like yourself to take action, to get involved in what's happening in the real world. How do you, I know you went to a protest, but at 11 years old, how do you get inspired to put what's in this book beside the protest? Like, because
Children and my family inspire me. I have 2 younger siblings, so they were a great inspiration in writing this book so that I could tell them, hey, if you want to, I'm not being able to tell you this, go read my book.
Wow.
Easy done.
wow.
Easy.
Well, easy done. Can you read for us now? What's your favorite part of this book that you want to read? Because we have a favorite part, but I don't
My
know.
favorite part of this book is kind of this page.
Which page?
Which page is that?
I'm sorry. Page 18.
Page
Where
18.
it shows some pictures of us going to the protests.
Oh, wow.
And should I read it?
Please.
Sure.
En créole et en anglais?
Vous connaissez, moi-même, m'intéressant, je veux faire là tous les quatre.
Tous les deux.
Tous les quatre.
Non, non, li gen anglais.
Les gars, les
Créole.
créoles. Oh, ok.
Puis a traduit
Nous,
li
pas
en
l'autre
espagnol,
part.
ok.
Non, pas pour
Ok, gagne. Tous les deux.
Dénoncer et puis chercher qu'on est important. Culture important. Race important. L'amour, gentillesse et sympathie gagnent plus importance toujours. Wake up and know that you matter. Your uniqueness matters. Your culture matters. Your race matters. Love, kindness, and empathy matter more.
Wow. Oh.
Vous ça me remet là, vous ça me remet, Betty, dans Jean-Louis Leblanc. Ouais, comment les montrer, ça l'a dit, les mettre passion là-dedans, pour montrer que nous différents. As 11 years old, she knows her confidence to tell people, nous différents. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I like it. And for me, Lucida, my favorite part, page 14 de MNAPL, côté que Seree écrit, il dit que oui, li bon pour nous rêver. Mais rêve nous yo doit marcher avec action qui pour faire nous faire une différence. Réveillez-vous. Wow. Si rêver, quand nous rêver, mais faut rêve nous marcher avec action pour nous faire une différence. Wow, moi j'aime ça. Et puis il rappelle chaque jour que pour ne pas jamais suspendre rêver, pas jamais suspendre faire différence dans la vie pas. Et puis l'autre monde qui est bon pour t'aider. Merci un peu pour le message qui puissant ça pour bailler.
Wow. Moi-même, parti femme, ça me remet. Comme ça en anglais, ma petite. Attendez, les blancs, différents. Métier en créole, moi-même en anglais. So, on va m'en lire parti femme, non. Est-ce que nous allons à Amazon pour nous prendre copie par nous déjà? Parce que livre ça, il est à Amazon. Et Seree a dit nous, qui l'autre côté livre ça est? Ou qu'a dit, si vous avez besoin
Sur Amazon.
juste prendre sur Amazon. OK. Si vous avez besoin de copie pour vous signer, pour avoir une signature, un sign copy, est-ce que vous avez fait ça pour vous?
Je fait ça, mais besoin de parler avec ma manager, moi. Maman.
Oh, il y a un manager. Je just fait le fait pour non, mais c'est dans pas la maman. OK. Parti par nous, c'est page 6.
Okay.
Okay? Wake up and be the change you want to see. Wake up and speak up against what's not right. So I'm assuming when she wrote this part of the book is because during the protest, what she witnessed was us adults did not get up and do what's right. Am I right? Sorry.
Some adults did not do that.
Some adults, yes, sorry. Some adults, but did not. But yes, you're right. Some adults. So she wants us to get up and do the right thing, and she's talking to all of us. Now, sorry, how do your siblings or people around you feel about this book? If you had to sum it, when you tell them about this book, being 11 years old, and you're talking about change, do you think of being a politician one day?
Have been told by many people I should be a politician, but I'm still debating my dream job.
Okay, what that looks like? You don't know?
Right now, I'm looking at dentist, author I already am, actress, or politician is one of the options.
It's one of the options. But when you say it's one of the options, have you ever looked into it at least and see? Because this book is a little bit political, right?
Yes.
So, did that even give you a little say, okay, maybe I should look into it?
Not really.
Okay.
But the last election.
The last election. Guys, this is impressive. We're talking to an 11-year-old. Now she's going to tell us a little bit about the last election, what the last election did to her. So I'm going to be quiet and let you take it. Tell us.
The last election inspired me that maybe I could be a politician. Maybe I could be the first black woman president. Maybe. It's an option.
Only in Sip and Weed. Stay tuned because you guys going to see a lot from Seree. We'll be right back. Wow.
How much time do you have? And
The last
And voila, we are back. Welcome back to Sip and Read, where reading is cool and it's
Cool to read.
All right, Seree, welcome back.
Thank you.
You mentioned earlier you have a second book. The title is
Yes.
Dream. Tell us about that.
Dream is, as the name suggests, describes dreaming, but it offers some positive um, affirmations inside the book, much like Wake Up.
Awesome. Can you maybe read one page, your favorite part of Dream for us?
One moment.
Sure.
Here it is. So many professions to choose from. I dream of becoming a dentist, a hairstylist, a CEO, or the president. I can achieve all that I dream as long as I work hard. What are your dreams?
What are your dreams? That's a question for
That's
you, ladies and gentlemen. What are your dreams? Are you dreaming? If you are not dreaming, Seree invites you to start dreaming now. Why should they start dreaming, Seree? What's the reason?
Because their dreams could change the world.
Wow, the world. Now that's pretty amazing to see an 10-year-old really have all these inspiring messages to us. I'm so inspired by both books, really in reality. Lusta, anything you want to share about the dream?
Oh my god, I'm dreaming. Oh my gosh, I'm like when I was 11, did I have all these dreams?
And the poupée. I was 11. I was in
sitting here.
Delma, and I had a
I'm back to
poupée.
8th grade, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I dreaming? So you inspire me so much, and I'm like, how did you become this wonderful, beautiful, intelligent young lady? Did you do a special something? Because I think every parent's watching is looking at their child and like, I want a Seree. So, what what recipe would you give to other parents, or what would you want to say to your parents? Is it your parents that made you like this, or this was
Yes, it is
something?
my parents.
Could you share that with us? Because some of us think it's hard that we can't do it to teach our kids another language, to be there for our kids. What made them so special to create this dreamer that it's you?
My parents homeschool me to this day, and I started reading at 2 and writing at the age of 4. And I have younger siblings, so that also helps me to be a better person so that I can set the record for them. And yeah, that's pretty much my parents who did all of this. So to my parents.
Kudos to your parents.
Kudos to your parents.
Yes.
OMG.
And I can relate. This is not an easy job to homeschool your kids, because I homeschool my son too, so I know.
Betty, wait.
Yeah,
Where do you have time, Betty?
my son is home. He doesn't go to no school.
You're always on the street. Always
That's
busy.
what you believe. It's not easy. No, it's not easy. A lot of homework and involvement.
Wow.
So I think that your parents did a great job with you. I have a question for you. I want you to tell the audience, the kids especially who are watching now, why they should not believe that it's too early for them to publish their story. Some people might think, I'm too young, I'm 10, I'm 8, or there's some that are 40, they still think they can do it. So for the kids who are watching you now, right now, tonight, or later on, what's your message to them?
Always believe in yourself. You can do anything you put your mind to.
That's it. You can
Always
do-
believe in yourself. You can do anything you put your mind to. Before we go, was it hard to write this book?
Not really, because of all the inspirations I had.
Inspiration, dreams, believe. Sorry, just make me want to go start crying because I stopped dreaming. Sorry, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for
Thank you
coming
for
to Sip
having
and
me.
Read. You're welcome to come to us to our show anytime you have a new book because we are here to promote authors, and we are telling anyone that's watching us who is an author who we don't care what you write. We're creating this platform for you, so you can have an opportunity to share your story, just like you just heard Sorey. She is an inspiring young woman, and I can't wait to go vote her as the next president.
Woohoo!
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Seree. Let's take a quick break before we bring our next guest.
They texting.
We can hear.
They're like, your mic was on Facebook, your mic was on Facebook. That's what's up.
You see, we have to go through some very that thing refused to go up to shortcuts. Because right now we bypass it. Just no, right now we see it. And you can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it this time. But we had this thing completely failed. We had to create a sure. So we even use
Thank you, Seree.
Good job, Mom.
I'm not sure.
You did a good job. Very good job.
Good job with the wait, on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
Yeah.
In case the mom decides to leave that picture.
We had major problems. He had to create a question.
Yeah.
Bypass the whole
Thank God.
He picked up. Look what happened.
Stay away, they're gonna call.
We had to create an asset.
It's gonna walk. Yeah, right there. It's gonna walk in.
To bypass the whole Otherwise, we were completely out. So that's why now, if he didn't come, this one's
Oh, you're watching?
the seat are coming.
You're watching? I know, I'm like, I don't even want to talk because I'm like,
So,
got a special DNA.
She knows what she's doing.
She needs to get it for everybody. Let's go.
you ready to go? Until you see us.
Welcome back to Sip and Read, where reading is cool, and
It's cool to read. Yes.
we left 8th grade.
Yes.
Now we don't know
yes.
what grade we're in. So we're
Elementary.
Elementary.
We went
We
back.
were We're going backwards today, guys. It's a special edition of Sip and Wait. It's all about kids. It's all about waiting, because we want kids to be able to have the opportunity to know that authors, Haitian authors, do have books for them. Sou se Haitien, ou gen pitit ou, nan kay, ou toujou ap chèche un liv pou yo li, ou pa konen ki sa pou yo li. Se sa fe jodi an, nou fe spesyal edisyon sa, pou nou gen avèk de moun ki ekri liv pou ti moun nou. Pò se gen de fwa nap di nap chèche liv, nou baka jen liv, but guess what? Sou pa konen kote pou jen yo vwèman, ou pa wala achete liv pou ti moun nou. Pò se mwen mèm, le ti moun te piti, mbat kon ki kote pou m'achete liv. Men nou gen chou sa, qui pour aider nous connaître parce que nous avons différents auteurs qui ont fait ça. Petit qui sont pour dire avant de venir auteur nous.
Someone will think I feel like I look cool tonight. And I'm excited to bring the next guest because she's an author and she also writes books. She writes book about she has many books about kids. She wrote the books is really about for kids. It's about really stories to inspire kids to do better, to really get them moving, to make sure they stay excited. So I'm happy to bring the next guest. That's really what I'm excited about.
Do we sell her name or do we let her introduce
Let
herself?
her introduce herself.
And sipping weed, bagay yo fet devan de. Nou, nan elementer, nou nan middle school, men kounya nap mene guest nou an pou nou pale don lot liv ki realman important.
Yeah, live
Come
with
on,
you.
man.
Come on, let's welcome the next guest.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Alright.
welcome.
Thank
Alright.
you. Thank you for having me.
Ooh, welcome to the hot seat of sipping weed.
Yes.
So, petit moun yo non? Ki jan rele?
Mwen Joanne Telcide.
Oh,
Yes, Joanne
okay.
Telcide.
Welcome,
Joanne
Joanne. Oh, it's Telcide. Okay,
Yes.
Telcide. Okay, got it.
Fa nou li, pou nou konen ki jan pou nou
Yes, yes.
Mwen di Joanne Telcide, right?
That's right.
But, well, for what have you people di nou koman
Yes.
So, Joanne, ti nou wana komunote an pil,
Mhm.
ou se an auteur, an publisher tou, an editor. Di nou ki yes ki Joanne?
All right. So, Joanne, I'm an educator. As you already stated, I'm an author. And I have been working as an educator for a long time, 24 years. I am working in the classroom, and my specialty, I have several specialties, but what I focus on in the classroom is communication skills, literacy, social emotional learning, and the big one is growth mindset, and that's what the basis of my books are about.
Wow. And today we are going to talk about a few of them. Lucida.
A few of them, right?
Yes, we'll focus on the one, which is one of my favorites, and then we'll just touch a little bit on the holiday one since we are in the holiday spirit.
Awesome. You said you focus on growth and
Growth
mindset.
mindset.
So that deal with critical thinking
Yes,
skills
yes.
and so your books, is that what it does? So if I read your book,
Mhm.
will I be able to?
Yes. I have worked with all grade levels, from pre-K all the way through high school, and I've worked with some adults as well, as a speech language pathologist, special education teacher, and an ESOL teacher, which is teaching English to newcomers. And my years of experience, I find that critical thinking skills take time to develop. We even have adults who have a hard time making good decisions. Um, and critical thinking skills involve problem solving. So you'll see adults have trouble. You can tell when, sometimes they cause their lives to fall apart, and you realize that they're missing critical thinking skills. Now, as I work with children, we work on comprehension questions, literacy, and of course, critical thinking skills. And I figure if I create books that have fun characters, fun stories, and a great lesson, we can begin to teach younger kids how to sit and analyze and problem solve through characters so that they can reflect on themselves, their own behaviors, and hopefully change the mindset into their own mindset into a growth mindset so that as they are developing and growing and making friendships and breaking friendships, at least it's a positive, and they're able to grow up, develop, and think critically, so that we're not having so much breakdown in our society.
Wow.
That's the focus.
You see,
So
Facebook,
starting young.
Facebook don't help.
No.
Right? Because in Facebook, I would never get all this from her because all I see is the fun
Yes,
side, the book.
Yes,
the-
that is the mission.
What mission accomplished here?
Yeah. That's my mission, yes.
Wow. So now through the books,
Mhm.
you're starting with the youngsters.
Yes. Mhm.
And you said you've been in this field for 20-something
Mhm,
years.
24 years.
Have you seen the change through your books? If people
I have. Not only do I write the books, I sell them, I go out and I have written curriculums to go along with my books. And I go out to bookstores, libraries. Barnes and Noble is so wonderful to me. I can go in there and in other schools, private schools, and public schools as well. And what I do is, I create the literacy piece where we talk about vocabulary, we talk about just language learning. But as I present the book, I present activities to go along with the lesson, the book. They're fun activities, and I test the students, I test the kids by asking them questions, the critical questions that are included in the book as well. So you know that. And I have them to ponder. They ask each other questions. They work together. They try to solve the problems, and you can see they are activating the critical thinking skills that that is required for them to understand the theme, and they're doing it without realizing it. And then I ask them the question, well, how would you apply this problem if it happened to you? What would you do? And that's how, yes, and that's how we all can learn from books. We can learn from other experiences and not just watch it or read it and think that it doesn't relate. The book is written for children, but adults have enjoyed it as well, and they can reflect on how they would also problem solve.
Wow, that's amazing. And I can see why now you earn the literary Type
Yes,
10
yes.
Gold Book Award back in June 2023.
Yes, yes.
So congratulations on
Thank
that.
you. And I want to say that this book so far won 5 awards. So I have an updated copy. We don't have it with us today, but it did win 5 awards.
That's
And
amazing.
before we get started in the book, because we did not show you the book and we did not mention the book, so
Oh, yes.
the famous book that's won 5
Awards.
Awards.
5 awards. This is it.
Yes.
I'm just dying to be a queen bee.
Yes, it is a story about self-determination. So I like to pick a theme for each of the books, and this particular book is the story about self-determination, being determined to reach a goal.
Yes, and it was a great story. I've read the book from cover to cover, and I was like, I can't wait for the next page. I felt in love really because the story from the girl
Nastasia,
Nastasia,
main
she is
character.
so determined
Yeah.
to be the queen bee. And I'm like, oh my God, that she went above and beyond. She found solutions to impress the queen. We're going to the book. It was
Before we go to the book, moi-même c'est Zambia sur fait. Est-ce que book ça inspire parce que nous connaissons un groupe qui relève comme ça. Est-ce que book là inspire by that group?
Actually, no.
No, I mean the book, it's really like I said. If you go into the book on Amazon, and this book is on Amazon also, you can read the story. It's really about it's teaching you how to when you want something, how to go after
About
it,
it,
go
yes.
get it. You want to accomplish a goal, and you know how to go around the obstacles.
Yeah,
To make it
exactly.
happen.
Yes.
So what made you come up with this wonderful story
Yes.
about
So
determination?
yes. It actually, the motivation for this book happened during COVID. It was through a difficult time. And it was one way, as I was working with students online. Of course, during COVID, we all remember, families were having difficult times. And sometimes my students they would come online and they just would talk about their fears about COVID. So we needed to find a way to create stories, not ignore them, but positive ways that we can talk about how they're feeling, how they're going to be determined. So the idea began to come to me about writing a story like this. Also, being able to use our imaginations to develop these stories also help the students to filter anxieties and fear during the COVID. And that's one thing I had to teach them to do. And bringing it all together, we were working on honeybees, right? A lesson about honeybees. And I thought this is a great mesh or collaboration because honeybees are very distinct. The worker bee never can become queen. Okay. Her job is to work and then die. Yeah. So, yeah. And I thought, but what if one worker bee wanted to beat the odds and change the entire hierarchy and become queen? What would that look like?
Wow.
And that's a question I posed my students. Again, thinking we were working through critical thinking. We were working through a difficult time in the entire world, the pandemic. So we were applying these critical thinking skills. I was developing this story, and I thought, this is a great story I should write down. So as I was developing it, so it really means a lot to me because not only did it help me to teach students at the time, it was helping all of us to use qualities of having a growth mindset and overcoming, which we did. We were able to overcome COVID.
Yeah, you did a wonderful job with the book. And I
Yes.
was reading the book, I was self-reflect
Yes.
on
That's
the book
purpose.
itself because definitely it reminded me how many times, I myself beat the odds.
Yeah.
How many times that you've done something that you never done before.
Mm-hmm.
How many times that you were maybe the first woman who've done something unique. How many times you're the first immigrant who had a position in your job.
Yeah.
How many times you've done something that nobody thought you could have done in your life. So this book is so inspiring at so many levels, not for the kids, but for us adults to see how we can really be the one that God created us to be in our own purpose. Because sometimes people might think that you don't belong there.
Exactly.
You are sentenced to do maybe a low income job. You're sentenced to be in that corner because this position right here is just for them. So how dare you to even dream of doing this or that? But by us to rise up and say, I'm gonna do it, like the little girl in this book. That's so inspiring to me. I think that everyone should read that book, not just because of the story itself, but to find the motivation and to realize that you are doing something great and you can beat the odd at so many levels.
Yes.
So thank you for this story. Definitely, I
Yes,
appreciate
thank you. That was a great synopsis.
Well, we're gonna read from the book. Because
Oh,
Betty
yeah.
Betty, I feel like Betty wants to read this book.
I do.
So why don't you go ahead?
My favorite part
Yes, sorry.
in this book, she also has self-affirmation because remember the girl, she was a worker bee. And worker bee, she's not the queen. The queen bee, so one queen ruling over all the bees.
That's right.
So as a worker, she was really hopeless because she's not a queen.
That's right.
But for her to really, she has no hope because it never happened before. And for her to every day, she said, every day I'm on page, there's a page number. But somewhere over here.
Yes. She realizes that she will not be in the running.
Yes. And she told herself every day, each day I tell myself, I am worthy. I am loyal. And I am hardworking. I am the right choice. I hope the queen can say the same. So for her to believe enough in herself and to affirm every day, each day, to wake up and say, I am worthy, I am able, I can do this, I can do that, really inspired her to make the move and create something unique to impress the queen and to get the results she had at the end of the book. That was fantastic.
Do you have a favorite part? Because Betty just
Yes.
I'm ready.
So I'll tell you my favorite part because when I go out and I read with expression, and usually I'll get sometimes I call them my little busy bees too because they're squirming around, they're listening. But when I get to this part here, when Nastasia, our main character, realizes that she's working hard, working for the queen, and she's feeding the larvae. Those are the new babies. And she's cleaning and she has to cook and keep all the temperature. But then she realizes, and I'll go to the middle here where it says, the position I'm working so hard for will be given to a newbie, and that's the newly larvae there. She says, am I working myself to death? Worst of all, this newbie's first order of business will be to eliminate all wannabes from the throne. So here she's in complete despair. She realizes, no, I'm dead. There's apart from the throne. I love this part because that's when I get all the attention. Yeah, they stare at me like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? So and it goes through all these. The story goes through all these emotions because she's the page before that. She's affirming herself, but now she realizes, oh no, I'm going to die. And she has to do something. So then she starts the affirmations. She's up all night trying to think about what can she do. And then she realizes that she needs a plan. And that's where the plan comes. So
and I love the plan, by the way.
Yes.
Let me with the plan.
Yes, go ahead and read the plan.
Let me with the plan. She was literally, up all night trying to figure out how she going to impress the queen, how she going to be the queen bee. And finally, she said, "Oh my God!" She said, "I decided to make work fun, music." Yay! She said, "With my plan, the honey hive will be different from now on. Hey, worker bees, why not sing, dance, and play?"
Yes.
And that was the plan to incorporate music
Yes.
in the work. And tell you, all the bees were happy. They were dancing, singing, and the queen was impressed.
Love it.
Yes.
All right. And what I like about this page too, it's a simple picture. And it shows that she's going to work hard, she'll incorporate music, and then she'll reach success. And this is simple enough for our youngsters to understand that, hey, plans don't have to be complicated, but you need to write them down. You need to see them. You need to stand firm and be determined that you're going to get to step one, step two, step three. And I'm sure any business person, right, will know that they have to write a plan and go through the plan. So we're teaching our young kids, whether it's studying or being great at a sport, there needs to be a plan and you need to stick with it.
And what I also like about this page is the fact that you're teaching them hard work to pay off.
It pays off.
Right?
That's right.
Because
That's
she works, and then you still have to have time to play and have fun, and then you will achieve your goal.
That's
so,
right.
For anyone that's watching this, if you're a parent, please go grab this book because, like you see, Betty, she's back to elementary. She couldn't wait for the second week to educate you guys to share this book because I'm dying just to be Queen Bee. I'm just dying to be Queen Bee. It's a book that every one of us needs to read.
Absolutely.
Not only because it has a lot of lesson in it, but it teaches us that courage, strength, determination, belief, all these things are important in you because through all these, you can achieve anything you want to achieve.
That's right.
Written.
Yes, thank you.
So I was going to ask you, this book, I know it's for kids primarily, but I also realized that a lot of adults can learn from it, like we were saying earlier, because sometimes, a lot of times, we have, situations where we don't think we can, overcome or get to another level. So this book really teaches us how we can make it happen.
That's right.
It's never impossible. You can do it.
That's right. And again, she went through all these emotions. She felt despair. She felt hope, excitement. She put in the hard work. Finally, at the end, she was able to achieve what she wanted. But again, we go through this in life as well, right? We have our hope. Then we feel down. We fear. She felt fear. So it's also to allow children to understand that they too will fear. They'll have a little anxiety about whatever it is, whether it's a sport or wanting to be in a school play, wanting to win the spelling bee, whatever it is. Again, as a teacher in the classroom, sometimes our students will become frustrated and they may end up, in a fight or something. And you wonder, well, when you ask them what happened, and it's something simple. Did you make a plan? You were angry. Someone did something that you wanted to do, and instead of looking at what the other student did, and trying to emulate, you decided that we're going to hit a student, that doesn't make any sense. So again, the growth mindset, critical thinking skill is very important.
Wow, just dying to be the queen bee.
Yeah.
Wonderful book.
Thank you.
Anything you want to share with our audience while
Well,
we have you?
yes. Well,
Or with your other book, to
With
with
your
the
other
holiday
book,
season.
yes. So I have 5 books in total, and all of the books include a glossary. Again, as an educator, I didn't want to just write books with vocabulary words that students may not know, so I added a glossary in all of the books to help with those targeted words that students may have a challenge with. And I also added comprehension questions
Wow.
to really help our students understand the overall theme. I want to be able to teach the growth mindset, and in case they missed it, they'll be able to ask themselves the comprehension questions and discussion questions to help them ponder.
To force them
Yes,
to think.
to think and to learn. So and further develop the critical thinking skills that is required to be successful in life. So, as we know, we are individuals, we are lifelong learners, and it's just a wonderful thing that I was able to provide this form of teaching and learning to students at a younger age. And again, these stories, as we're reading to our younger children or students, we can always reflect and say, you know what, I can take some principles from this book as well.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Based on what you just said, you wrote 5 books. Are all for kids or?
They're all elementary level, varying levels. So the 2 that I'm presenting tonight are the what's called the reading level scales that it's intermediate reading level skills, beginning 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and up. As we know that children read at different levels. Some struggle, some children struggle, while others are a little bit more intermediate, more successful. But that's okay because the comprehension piece, the theme of the overall book, is written so that lower level students can understand as higher level students can understand at the level that they're reading.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Wow,
Awesome.
beautiful.
You know, you guys did not take a drink at all.
I did. I
sip
did.
and
I
read.
Yes.
You just take a sip because
my
I wanna
apple cider.
take no, this is white wine.
Yes.
Well, guys, anything that you start have an end. We don't want to let her go, but we would want her to keep talking to us about something that she wants. Since she's a teacher, what have you seen in the classroom that you would want to change from the time you started
Yes,
to today?
yes. So the most important that I am still teaching, I tutor students, is the critical thinking piece.
That's your
It is,
focus.
yes, that is my focus because it is a abstract concept that is difficult for individuals to grasp. Some earlier than others. I do remember when my own children were able to really master critical thinking skills and they were able to think abstractly. I remember when it kicked in, and it's just a wonderful thing to see when they're able to make determinations, they're able to evaluate situations, even whether it's math equations or reading a passage and understanding the author's perspective and taking on other perspectives too. These all require critical thinking skills, and they come at various levels.
That's what I was gonna ask you. What
Mhm.
age do you see the light bulb?
So
Because I have a
interesting.
15 years old.
Yes.
So, and I've been 9-year-old.
Yeah. So like I
When
said,
did they start having that?
like for myself, my daughter is 19 years old, and I remember it was 5th grade when the light bulb really kicked in, and she was able to evaluate different aspects or perspective of authors. Now I start young. I've worked with children from preschool and on, I can teach critical thinking skills to a preschooler at that level to help them to understand and to make comparisons and contrast of objects or situations. It's the way you present it, so it takes a skilled educator, which I am.
Yes.
So yes, critical thinking skills will begin to develop very early. For some, not for all,
Okay.
but it's always a good time to present it very early. You can start presenting, start developing young minds.
What
to
are
start
some
to think.
exercises us mothers can do if we didn't start at that age? Because I'm thinking maybe I didn't start.
Well, if you're talking about an older child now who probably miss learning critical thinking, hey, we're always learning we're always using and developing our critical thinking skills, right? So again, working out situations. If there's a problem, we can always discuss. We learn through discussion, right? We're having sip and read, and we're talking about different themes and situations. So it's always good to listen to discussions and think about what is your perspective. Listen to other views, other perspectives, and learn. Now begin to filter in and say, well, what does it mean to me? And a lot of times, if we cannot see ourselves in a situation or in someone else's situation, that is where the breakdown sometimes is, because in our society now, a lot of us do not go out and socialize the way we used to, right?
Yes,
Like the old
that's
days, right? Even 25 years ago, how we would all go out and socialize. We don't have that a whole lot anymore, especially COVID did not help us when we
That's
were
true.
all locked up.
Mhm.
So a lot of our adolescents, young teenagers, even young adults, it's if you don't see it my way, then it's no good, and then that's where we have breakdown in our society. So we want to be able to learn and think critically, solve
Respect
problems,
each other's
respect each
opinion.
other, and consider
Mhm.
each other. You don't have to agree with everything,
Yes,
but considering everyone's opinion. And that's a lot. And these are higher order things that we're talking about. But my mission is to start teaching young kids at a young age.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Now, Joanne, tell the audience, how do you get your books? Put it up and leave here.
Yes, so Wabjwenyu, wherever books are sold online, but definitely, wherever. But definitely Amazon, Barnes and Noble, anywhere where they're sold online, and also my website, which is joshnellysbooks.com. And of course, you can Google my name. On the author, myself, name on these books is Joanne Telcide Bryant, but Joanne Telcide, it will still get you there as well.
Amazing. If someone wants to have a signed copy, how do we inquire about that?
That signed copies will come straight directly from my website, joshnellysbooks.com, and I can sign those.
Awesome. Wow, that was a fantastic sip and read. Thank you so much, Joanne, for being here. We're so happy that you made it because
Yes.
it was amazing. Thank
Thank
you for sharing.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you. So let's do the last toast. All right, well, thank you, Joanne. Until next time, this platform is open for you. You can come back anytime
Yes.
that you want to. So we are excited to have you again. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
But Joanne is gonna leave us. Sorry. But she was amazing, right? If she was amazing, tell us that on the screen because she did a wonderful
Share the
job.
live. Tag the brand.
Tag her. Tell everybody about it. Thank you again. It
Thank
was
you.
a fantastic read and great books. And like Betty said, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
So I'll leave this for you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're
back. Oh my
back.
God.
Whew, wasn't this interesting? We had a
Yes.
lot going on today. Yeah, the sound. I'm sure you guys are hearing our voice in the background. We just having fun tonight, and it's a special edition of Sip and Read. We promise you next month things will be better. Stick with us, stay with us, because a lot of work is being done, so the production is done to your satisfaction. So we apologize for all the mishap that happened today, but we will get better. But Betty, before we move forward and say goodbye to our fantastic audience, what did you think about tonight?
Wow, I think tonight was special. Definitely. We we look good, we look cool.
That is
First
favorite
and
thing
foremost.
today. Favorite thing today. We are back to elementary today.
And middle
We
school.
were cute when we were younger, right?
Yes,
Wearing this
yes.
type of outfit. I think
Yeah.
we need to be like this again.
I know. It's
If
so
you guys
much
like
power.
our outfit, let us know, because every week, depending on our show, we'll make sure, we'll try to be that character for you guys.
Yeah, and I think that today after I put my uniform on, I was like, oh my God, you got to do it like that because my hair
When
was.
c'est bon ti moun Sacré-Cœur ke mi yon men, c'est bon ti moun Sacré-Cœur, nou mba yon da beti, beti men nan an lè, mba sa. Mse ti moun ti bezon ti kesyon, ma pose, ma repon. But it was a fantastic show. We had
Yes,
Seree, very intelligent. The parents are doing amazing work
Yes.
with these kids, and I can't wait to, I wish I had a little bit of what they have, because it looks like the whole family is like that. So congratulations, kudos to them.
Absolutely.
And Miss
And Miss
Joanne,
Joanne, yeah, the wonderful book. I'm just dying to be the queen bee. Definitely inspiring. And I can say that if you are anyone, any age really, it's a good book to read. The story is inspiring. It's good to.
I see you enjoyed that story.
I did.
Wow.
I loved it. So
Did you
definitely.
see yourself in there, or what made you? Because you smiled, you were happy. I've never seen you.
It's
So
because the worker bee, like I said, that's not the norm. The worker bee, they work and die.
and I, yes.
They never become the queen bee is a queen, and the bees are just working, and then she's just busting them around literally. So for her to dare to dream to become the queen, because the queen, she has to pick, the next queen before she dies, and she picks a queen from the larvae, from the babies, not from the worker bees. So the worker bees never just a slave; they're just there
just to work,
to clean, to watch the babies, but they never had a chance to shine. So for me, I can relate that story where people sometimes think, you cannot do this or that. So I really felt connected. And I feel like
I can see that. I saw that you were connected.
So you can be the queen bee too.
Wow.
Not just the worker bee. So that was inspiring. And definitely this is a good read for any age. And I think that everyone could benefit from this story. So it was a great special edition. I'm happy that everyone who was in the live now today or later on will watch the show, please go on Amazon.com and get a copy of each book. Either Wake Up from Seree or I'm Just Dying to be the Queen Bee from Joanne Telcide. So just sorry,
again, thank you everyone for watching. Share the live, stay with us, stay connected with us. We love you, and we're gonna continue be with you.
Absolutely. We'll be back in December for another special edition. Now is the end of the year, the last one for this year. Be ready, have your glass to drink, because we're going to sip and read through the last one with a lot of fun. So just heads up. Right, Lucia?
Yes. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank
Share
you
the
so
live.
much.
Thank you for being with us.
Until next time.
Until next time.